Come get on the train. Pippin ain't easy.
That means you are finally ready to start round 2, and we can fly through this next.
Yes, let's fly. Let's fly.
But to start off, you got, ironically enough, number 64, The Godfather's The Ho Train by Jim Johnston versus another Jim Johnston song, 63, Undertaker's The Dead Man.
I think there's enough Undertaker on here that we can let the Ho Train go on.
Oh, we can always let the Ho Train go on. Come on now. But that means the Ho Train is facing either number 48, Mike Awesome's Awesome Bomb, or number 47, Chris Benoit's Whatever.
Damn, dude, I'm gonna have to put Benoit through again.
Which means Chris Benoit will be facing Godfather in a match. I'm sure that happened at some point in the 2000s in the next round. But that means the next matchup is number 60, Christian's Blood Brother by Jim Johnston versus number 45, Rob Van Dam's Walk by Pantera.
We'll go Christian here for not being Rob Van Dam reasons.
But he's one of a kind.
Yeah, he sure is.
Oh, yeah. But that means Christian is either going to face number 44, Jack Swagger's Get on Your Knees, versus number 470, Jeff Jarrett's The Chosen One.
JEFFJARRETT goes through here, baby.
No more getting on your knees, people. But that means the other side of round 2 gets against. I mean, you're my wife, but that means number 2. The second part of round 2 in this half gets to get started, and it's number 57, Mankind's Wreck by Jim Johnston versus number 42, Nation of Domination's Power by Jim Johnston.
Oh, dude.
And you made this matchup, not me.
Yeah, not my favorite Mankind song, and Nation Domination, too good. That theme song, too good. So we're going Nation of Domination.
Was it really that good a theme song, though? In my opinion,
it was. Just again, again, you have the thing where, I mean, this was a big stable back in the day, like a big, strong. We got Farouk, we got Mark Henry, we got Godfather was in there. and then you hear "We Are the Nation," and it's like, all right, some shit's gonna go down. Good stuff, very good stuff.
I mean, I don't know.
And again, I'm older than you, so.
I know. But I've seen all the VHSs back in the day of like their heyday, and I think the theme song alone. I'm not even talking about the freaking stable, because the stable was solid, but just the whole "We Are the Nation of Domination," like it's a stupid theme song to me. It's not even like that entertaining. Like I want theme songs that are gonna make me like. I want theme songs that are gonna make me like go like this, or fucking like make me get up and start moving, like.
That wasn't the point of the stable, and it wasn't the point of the song. That was an intimidation song because it was an intimidation stable.
Yeah, well, they weren't that intimidated when DX came out and fucking impersonated all of them.
They whooped their asses after that. Well, they whooped DX's ass on a regular basis.
Yeah, well, it was funny enough watching DX impersonate them.
It was that was very funny. I mean, although I didn't really need to see those guys in blackface, but besides that, pretty funny.
Hey, the things that WWF got away with in the 90s, no one else can get away with. But
surprising. surprising what they got away with.
Oh, Vince McMahon paid people off. Don't get it wrong. Don't get it wrong. But that means Nation of Domination will face either number 41, Legion of Doom, What a Rush, or number 54, Owen Hart, King of Hearts.
That'll be Owen. Yeah, Owen.
Oh, so in the quarterfinals, Nation of Domination will be facing one of its own members.
That was
a
that Owen theme song was pre.
Yeah, well, still. Owen Hart was before my time. He died by the time I got into wrestling. But
I was watching the pay-per-view where he died.
I figured, but well, that means the next matchup is number 39, Kane's Slow Chemical, or number 52's D'Lo Brown, The Real Deal.
I think we're going to go Kane here. The Kane Undertaker Paul Bearer thing was like my favorite shit in the 90s.
Oh, it's what got me into wrestling, dude. Like that, watching VHSs of like their rivalry, like, oh my God.
Yeah, it was
like,
great.
When Kane came out from underneath the ring, like, solid goodness.
Yeah, very, very good stuff.
Well, we might have that matchup again if this next matchup goes a certain way. But that means it's number 51, Undertaker's Dark Side, versus number 71, Lita's It Just Feels Right.
Yeah, sorry, Lita, but Undertaker's going through on this one.
Which means it will be brother versus brother in the next matchup, in the next round. But that means that the first half of round 2 is officially over. But that means it's time to start the higher ranked round 2. And it's going to start off with number 14 versus number 13. It's Goldberg's Invasion / Who's Next versus Triple H Chyna's My Time.
My Time. Triple H Chyna here. Goldberg can...
I'll take Gilbert.
Goldberg can spear and then jackhammer himself.
I'm sure he does on a nightly basis, but
I'm sure he does. I'm sure he doesn't have to, but he probably still does anyway.
Oh, I'm pretty sure he has to, because who the hell cares about Goldberg anymore? But that means that Triple H is going to be facing either number 12, Ric Flair's also Splach Zarathustra, versus number 26, Harlem Heat's Rap Sheet. One of these two.
Yeah. Sorry, Chancey, but Harlem Heat's going through.
Oh, trust me, Chancey wouldn't mind that. Chancey's a Harlem Heat fan. He likes a lot of wrestling, and Harlem Heat was never really a fan favorite compared to Ric Flair. I think Ric Flair actually won the group one, but
oh yeah, Ric Flair. I mean, Ric Flair. But there was something, it was the time. It was the time, and Booker T is such an amazing wrestler that, like, my association with the song is with them wrestling.
I mean, my association with the song is the Booker T version of "Can You Dig It, Sucker?" Like that, and I mean. That after the cameras go off Raw clip of like all the different wrestlers trying to do the spin-a-rooney is still one of my favorite reels to watch to this day.
Yeah, very good.
Like when they get Undertaker and Kane to try it and everything, like, oh my God.
I forgot about that. It's been a long time since I've seen that.
Well, I mean, yeah, and I remember watching that night at Raw, and like that was after the camera went off, so no one knew about it. But that's why I went to a lot of live shows because my dad my dad ran a Hertz rent-a-car, and we every time WWE would be in town, the Daw brothers, who were the ring setup guys, would give us free tickets to the Raw, SmackDown, whatever it was. So
nice.
we got like 10 free tickets. My dad used to bring like a van full of my friends, and like we'd go and watch whoever was performing that night. I was there when Hulk Hogan came back in 2002.
Wow.
Like, I was actually there with my cousin, who was a wrestling fan in the 80s, and like not anymore, but he was a wrestling fan in the 80s. And like all of a sudden, like we're sitting there, all of a sudden you hear, I'm like, oh, Gerald Briscoe again, and it's like, nope, that's Hulk Hogan. Like, it's just like, oh, it was, to be there that night was amazing. Like that, you want to hear an audience cheer?
Oh, sorry.
After Hulk Hogan comes back for like a decade, like, dude, the audience went crazy. Like, it had been like a decade since Hulk Hogan was in WWF. Like, it was insane. But I mean, not a decade, but like at least 7-8 years. But which means the next matchup you to have, because it's going to be Harlem Heat versus Triple H in the next round. But the next matchup is number 10, Chris Jericho's Break the Wall.
Time.
What was that? Oh, you're freezing up. Mike, you there? You're frozen. Yep. I see movement. You there? Mike. Oh. I heard something.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry. You froze up for a minute there.
I don't know what just happened.
I don't know. You were saying something, and I was like, what was that? And then like the next.
Yeah. I don't know what happened.
This matchup is number 10, Chris Jericho Break the Walls Down, versus number 9, HBK Sexy Boy. Because who doesn't want to be a sexy boy?
This is probably going to be surprising, but it's Break the Walls Down.
Ooh.
There was another thing in WCW would turn WWF off to watch, and it was Jericho. He had some feuds with some people, and one of the best people I've ever seen on the microphone. And that theme song, I think, is perfect for him.
I agree. I mean, I was watching wrestling when the whole like video thing started every week of like, something is coming.
Yeah, the Y2J thing.
And then like all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's this blonde Canadian asshole. But and I hated his fucking attitude in life. I really did.
Yeah.
He was such a he was supposed to be, but he was a whiny little bitch.
Yeah. One of the best on the microphone of all time. He had my favorite thing that ever happened in wrestling was he had a feud with Dean Malenko, who was the man of 1,000 holds.
Oh, I know.
He had a list. He had a list, and he was calling himself the man of 1,008 holds. And he had it on a scroll, and he would just like come out to the ring and he would just read off the moves that he knew. And it was so good. The man of 1,008 holds.
But
Malenko.
Oh, trust me. I mean, I remember the Radicals.
Yeah. That was a very strange time. Yep.
Eddie Guerrero, Dean Malenko.
Yep.
Perry Saturn,
and
yep.
Yeah, and
who is the? Man, well, at least two of them are on this bracket, but
yeah. Perry Saturn was whatever.
He disappeared pretty fast, and so did Dean Malenko. He disappeared pretty fast from WWE, but that means the final matchup in this quarter of round 2, to face Chris Jericho is either number 8, NWO's Rock House, or number 34, Cactus Jack's Whole Lotta Groove.
I think Cactus Jack's going to make it through one more round here.
Well, we'll see how far he makes it, as we are now going to the last part of round 2. And that means it's number 22, Eddie Guerrero's Lie, Cheat, Steal, versus number 6, The Rock's Know Your Role.
I'm going to go Eddie here. I'm going to go Eddie Guerrero here.
Color me surprised because The Rock gets taken down.
He is
actually no. I'm not that surprised. People have a soft spot for Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah, I mean, it might.
I never was that big a fan.
It might be because of how young he was when he died, but yeah, he never overstayed his welcome. Like, he was great, and then he was gone. So he didn't have time to like degrade and like turn into something that you didn't like anymore. So well, I mean, he's on a top tier forever because
I never liked him besides the whole like Mamacita thing with China. That's the only time I ever liked him was when he was working with China. Besides that, like it was just like I never liked him and Edge's feud over Lita and shit. Like I never liked that shit. But
it was not his best stuff, but impeccable in the ring. Like
he was.
That's what I'm looking for more than anything. Like out of wrestlers, you know, I enjoy somebody who's good on the microphone, but if you're good on the microphone and can't wrestle, I don't care. And Eddie Guerrero was like one of the best wrestlers I've ever seen.
He was good. And he died way too young for a sad reason.
Yeah.
Unlike his brother in Chris Benoit, but
yes. Well, that was also sad, but
sad, but once the details, like I remember, like they aired that episode of Raw after it happened, and it was like a memorial to Chris Benoit, and then they kind of like they took that off any future network, like right after that, after the news broke what happened.
Yeah,
and ICP did a song called Chris Benoit,
and it was also, I mean, it was sad that he did that and why he did it. And it goes to show you that that's a rough business to be in.
Oh, it is. It is.
Most of them just die in their 40s, but he was pushing himself too hard and putting too many different things to even out the other things that he was putting in his body, and it was all bad. Not to justify what he did,
but that means that Eddie Guerrero will face either number 20 Edge's You Think You Know Me, or number 19 Hardy Boys Loaded. It's a classic TLC 2000 matchup here.
Yeah, that's Edge. Edge is not only, you know, beating the Hardy Boys, he's spearing them. He's spearing Jeff Hardy off the top of a ladder through a table, which may or may not be on fire. Like, that's how big of a difference this one is.
Oh my God. I still remember watching that for the first time in SummerSlam 2000 when they did the first TLC match. It was incredible. Fucking incredible.
Amazing.
Yep. That was the pinnacle of wrestling, tag team wrestling especially. But that means it's time for the final two matchups in round 2. And it's going to start off with a tough both these are, well, actually, no, this one's the tougher one. It's number 3, Triple H's The Game, versus number 2, Undertaker's Rest in Peace.
We're going to go Undertaker. Undertaker, yeah, that's who I was. That's my guy. Undertaker was my guy.
Oh, same. Undertaker's the reason I like wrestling.
Yeah, big, strong guy, but also like could work and also didn't like, and also would put over smaller talent like a lot of these big guys like Brock Lesnar and Goldberg and stuff were just like, no, I'm not losing matches. Undertaker was always like, of course I'll lose a match to make somebody else look good. And I really respect that.
I still want to know what he said to Bray Wyatt at Undertaker's goodbye ceremony. But we'll never know now. So
we'll never know. We'll never know.
But that means,
well, maybe we will. Maybe Taker will say something.
No, he won't. He actually just released. They just released something he said about where, like, now that Bray Wyatt's gone, he'll never say what he said. Like, he said it's gonna die with him.
Okay.
I actually just read that today, but
we'll never know.
Because I mean, it's funny because like Stone Cold has a podcast and all these different wrestlers are on it, so you hear like all these backroom stories and stuff that you never knew. But that means that Undertaker's gonna be facing, though, in the first round. Speaking of the man himself, number 1, Stone Cold's "I Won't Do What You Tell Me," or number 32 is Vader. Mastodon.
Yeah, Stone Cold. I mean, I would be surprised if this one wasn't in the final matchup.
Oh, me too. It usually is to some point, but that means that round 2 is officially over at almost 2 hours later. But this is never a short bracket ever, but it's not much left now, so it should go faster.
Yeah.
It's time! It's time! It's Vader time!
And the quarterfinals are going to start off in the lower ranking, or I guess actually technically lower ranking. I'm right. Lower ranking side starts off with number 64, The Godfather's Ho Train versus number 47, Chris Benoit's whatever.
I mean, Ho Train's going surprisingly far.
Ho Train's making it to the freaking semifinals, for God's sake. So yeah. That's further than the Ho Train ever made in wrestling, but that means the Ho Train's going to be facing either number 60, Christian's Blood Brother, or 70, Jeff Jarrett's The Chosen One.
It doesn't matter. I already picked the winner of this one, so we're going to go with Jeff Jarrett. Just get it a little bit further than it normally goes.
Well, that's what she said, but and that means the other side of the quarterfinals in this half is going to start off with number 42, Nation of Domination's Power, versus number 54, Owen Hart's King of Hearts.
Well, I mean, it's going to be Nation of Domination here.
Which actually, speaking of which, have you seen that reel where it's the fan that could talk like Owen Hart, and they actually got him to go to the announce booth next to King and JR, and like he's impersonating Owen Hart, and Owen Hart comes out all pissed off. It's that fun. If I see it again, I'll fucking send it to you. It's hilarious.
Yeah, I think I have seen that, but it's not
probably 20 years ago, probably. But yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, like 25 years ago now, but
yeah.
And that means I
don't remember stuff.
Well, same, but different reasons. And that means Nation of Domination is going to be facing either number 39, Kane's Slow Chemical, or number 51, Undertaker's Dark Side. Because, I mean, do you really want to face Undertaker's Dark Side? And yes, this is a brother matchup.
I think I might like Kane's music here better.
Well,
as far as the song
Dark Side. It's Dark Side. It's not Rest in Peace.
Yeah. Yep.
So well, that means that the first half of the quarterfinals is officially over. But the higher ranking quarterfinals get started now. And it's number 13, Triple H and China's My Time versus number 26, Harlem Heat's Rap Sheet.
I'm putting Harlem Heat through here.
Oh, which I mean, no.
Yeah.
My Time never makes it this far anyway, so I'm surprised it made as far as it did. But everybody's like, that's not that good Triple H theme. I'm like, you're mistaken, but okay, think what you want.
It's a very good Triple H theme.
Oh, it is. I love that fucking song.
But it's no Harlem Heat.
No, it's not. But that means Harlem Heat's going to be facing in the semifinals either number 10, Chris Jericho Break the Walls Down, and number 34, Cactus Jack's Whole Lot of Groove.
Sorry, Mick, but Break the Walls Down is just too good.
Well, I'm pretty sure Nick is a fan of Fozzy, so he'll be fine with it.
Yeah, they're fine.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Fozzy by any means, but
yeah, they're fine.
Good way to put it. But
that is a good Break the Walls Down is great.
Oh, it is. But
come on, I'm losing steam. Let's go.
And that means the last part of the quarterfinals is number 22, Eddie Guerrero's Lie, Cheat, Steal versus number 20, Edge's You Think You Know Me.
Oof. This is a rough one.
It's a very mid-2000s. It's a mid-2000s matchup.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Edge is going to go through here.
As it should.
I think it's a better song. Yeah.
And that means to face Edge, the final matchup in the quarterfinals, number 2, Undertaker's Rest in Peace, or number 1, Stone Cold's I Wonder What You Tell Me.
Yeah, it's got to be Stone Cold here.
Oh, I hate that decision.
I know. I'm not a fan. I don't like it either. But
well, that means that the quarterfinals are officially over. And it's time to go into the semifinals. And that means that the semifinals are going to get started off, if I can type, by all the way back up to the lower ranked songs. Number 64, The Godfather's Ho Train versus number 70, Jeff Jarrett's The Chosen One.
Ho Train's going through.
And the Ho Train makes it into the semifinals, I think, for the first time ever. I could be wrong.
Such a good song.
Right now. It is, though. Bow, 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 bow. And that's actually why I thought all pimps dressed like in the 90s. So
I think they did.
Probably. I mean, I wouldn't know, but
I don't know either.
Way too young at that age. But Godfather is going to be facing in the finals on this half either number 42, Nation of Domination's Power, or number 39, Kane's Slow Chemical. So the finals might be group versus member.
Yeah, I think it is because it's Nation of Domination here.
Oh, I think actually that's the first time Nation of Domination has made it to the Final Four.
I'm a big group.
Round.
I'm a big group guy.
I'm a stable guy too. Trust me. But
yeah, and there's something about a diverse like style of wrestling stable.
Yep.
And it's like all of the Nation guys except D'Lo had like a lot of power, but like they were all also athletic. And I just really like this faction, and I think that they I think that they had the perfect theme song for them.
Oh, they did. But That means in the higher ranking semifinals, you have the first matchup of number 26, Harlem Heat Rap Sheet against number 10, Chris Jericho's Break the Walls Down.
It's got to be Jericho here. That theme song is just too good. Too good.
I disagree. But I mean, against Harlem Heat, yeah, I'm fine with that. But it's just neither of these two would ever make it with my bracket. Put it that way. But that means the last matchup in the semifinals by far is number 20, Edge's You Think You Know Me versus number 1, Stone Cold's I Won't Do What You Tell Me.
Yeah, it's Stone Cold. It's got to be Stone Cold.
Hey, there's a reason it's number 1.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it should be number 1. I'm against that ranking, but whatever. Ain't my matchup. And that means that the semifinals are officially over at this point. And we got...
We are the nation of domination. Nation of domination. We are the nation of alignment in color. Don't diss the man over bums, rush your mother. Now listen what I'm saying. It's for real, not playing. Farouk is the man. Hit your knees and start praying. Nation of domination.
2 final matchups to do. And then a 3rd and 4th place matchup. Actually, a final matchup, and then 3rd and 4th place matchup, and then the grand finale matchup. Actually, okay, I fucked that all up, but whatever. The first final matchup you have to face, and get ready for this, because it's stable versus member. Number 64, the Godfather's The Ho Train. I'd do it one more time. Versus number 42, the Nation of Domination's Power.
Yep. And that's the last time you're going to have a chance to do it because it's Nation Domination going through.
See, you are very wrong about that, actually. But we'll get to that in a minute. And I don't know if I could do it again. My voice might not let me. But getting old sucks, and being a smoker for 15, 20 years sucks. But that means the other final match we have to do is number 10, Chris Jericho's Break the Walls Down versus number 1, Stone Cold's I Won't Do What You Tell Me.
Stone Cold. Sorry, it's Stone Cold. I hate to be a basic bitch, but it's Stone Cold.
Hey, ain't nothing basic about Stone Cold Steve Austin. So he's a complex man who only is understood by his beer and by his chair. But, and that means you get to do your 3rd and 4th place matchup now, since you have your final 2 matchups. And it's either number 64, the Godfather's Ho Train. I can't do it again. Versus number 10, Chris Jericho's Break the Walls Down.
No, it's Ho Train 4, Break the Walls Down 3.
There we go. And now for the grand finale matchup. It's number 42, Nation Domination's Power by Jim Johnston versus number 1, Stone Cold's I Won't Do What You Tell Me by Jim Johnston. And funny enough, I think this is the first time that all 4 of the final 4 are Jim Johnston songs.
He writes good songs. What can I tell you?
Oh, he does.
It's going to be Nation of Domination 2 and then Stone Cold 1.
Oh. So for the first time ever, the first ranked song on this bracket wins first place.